Earlier today, Congressman Jordan issued some additional emails similar to the ones he released yesterday, but we want to show you just a couple of them that add yet new light on this censorship regime and how much Oliver Darcy is lying in his defense of it. Here's the tweet from Congressman Jordan. To appease the Biden White House, talking points were drafted for Nick Clegg. Nick Clegg is the former Labour Democrat leader from the UK who is now a Liberal Democrat Party in the UK. He's now a top official for Facebook. There were talking points that were drafted for him. Facebook was ready to tell the White House that it had demoted a video posted by Tucker Carlson by 50% in response to the White House's demands, even though the post didn't violate any policies. So they were trying to appease the Biden White House. They were going to say, look, we suppressed a Tucker Carlson video for you. So this was a case of the White House pointing to a specific journalist saying we want his content suppressed. And Facebook was under so much pressure from the US government. I'm not defending them here. They should have defied these orders, and that some of these documents they even acknowledged they made a mistake. But when the FBI and the CIA and the Biden White House come knocking in the context of threats against your company, demanding that you censor and accusing you of killing people if you don't, any company is going to take that seriously. So here is the document released by Congressman Jordan that was talking points for a senior Facebook official, Nick Clegg. Thanks, Nick. Here are some talking points that you can use if Andy, that's Andy from the Biden administration, raises Rob's questions. How was this Tucker Carlson post not violative? And then he was supposed to say, while we remove content that explicitly directs people not to get the vaccine, as well as content that contains explicit misrepresentations about vaccines, we reviewed this content in detail and it does not violate these policies. And then the White House would say, moreover, you say reduced and demoted. What does that mean? There's 40,000 shares on the video. Who is seeing it now? How many? How effective is that? Is this a valid role for the US government to be demanding of Facebook? Prove to us how many people are seeing it and how many people you're censoring. And then Nick Clegg was supposed to say in response, the Tucker Carlson video is receiving 50% demotion for 7 days as it is in the queue to fact check. So you see the constant pressure that Facebook was under, like Twitter. That's what led the district court to conclude that this is the gravest assault on the First Amendment in decades. Here is Congressman Jordan releasing another email that proves that the Biden administration wanted Facebook to remove true information, as Mark Zuckerberg said that it was doing, and it was from the Surgeon General, from an internal Facebook memo that says, there you see it on the screen, it's right here. It says, the Surgeon General wants us to remove true information about side effects of the vaccines if the user does not provide complete information about whether the side effect is rare and treatable. We do not recommend pursuing this practice. So this is the Biden administration saying, this information is not disinformation. This is true information that the vaccine can have side effects, and we don't want you to let the public see that. They were trying to constantly frame what the public could say and what the public couldn't say. And CNN is willing to come out and tell you, on the one hand, this wasn't happening, this is all a right-wing fantasy, and then turn around and say, yes, actually, it was happening. The Biden administration did it publicly, and we should be grateful that they did because they're protecting us from things we shouldn't be hearing. The corporate media in this country is the leading activists and advocates for censorship, which is why I say no matter how much you hate people like Oliver Darcy and the employees of CNN, it is nowhere near enough. The level of harm that they are responsible for is incomparable to what anyone else does. You expect the government to abuse its power. That's why there's a free press clause, to have an adversarial press that is a check on what the government is doing. That's not what our corporate media is. They lie for the U.S. security state. They conceal what they're doing. And when it gets out that they're actually doing the things the corporate media deny that they do, they start defending it. They're spokespeople for the U.S. government. And it is a major malfeasance in how our system is supposed to work to have the U.S. government be the leading advocates, or the corporate media be the leading advocates for the abuses of power on the part of the U.S. government, the Biden White House, and the U.S. security state. So we absolutely are going to continue to follow this story. I hope the House Judiciary Committee and the Republicans in Congress in general continue with the good job that they're doing in forcing this information to come into public view, since that is the role of journalists that they're not doing, and so it's left for Congress to do it. We will certainly do our job and continue to report on it, because I agree with the district court judge that this is the gravest assault on First Amendment press freedoms in many, many years. Thanks for watching this clip from System Update, our live show that airs every Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, exclusively on Rumble. You can catch the full nightly shows live or view the backlog of episodes for free on our Rumble page. You can also find full episodes the morning after they air across all major podcasting platforms, including Spotify and Apple. All the information you need is linked below. We hope to see you there.